Okay, guys, good evening and welcome to this virtual workshop, which is called a sci-fi universe, where we're going to be talking around conditionals. First of all, I would like to get to know a little about you. So let's going to start with a brief introduction. So you can tell me your name, where you're from, what you do, and any kind of information that you would like to share with us today.
All right.
All right, so if you can turn on your camera for a second or for during your presentation is fine. If you can't, no worries.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to start.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, hello. Mm, my name is Jenny. I come from Cauca, but I have been living here in Corulao for 7 years. 7 years, I think so. I am married. I don't have children. I have a pet. I have a cat and a dog, and I love too much. Um, and now I am an English teacher, just for the beginners at the university. And now it's a pleasure to know more about English because I like English. That's it.
All right, thank you very much, Jenny, for sharing a little of your personal information with us.
Okay.
Mhm. Hello.
Hello, go ahead.
Okay, my name is Juan. I'm from Medellin. I live in Apartado. Um, I work as a digital producer and I love to teach people English. I am 27 years old and I am so happy to be part of this project.
Okay, Juan, thank you for your personal introduction. I'm glad to hear from you, and I'm very happy to have you guys here in this virtual workshop. For me, it's a pleasure to be sharing with you, and I hope that this virtual encounter be an opportunity to practice, to share, and why not to think a little bit about some scenarios that might trigger our creativity on some scenarios. So in order to make the connection better, I am going to turn off my camera and I will share my screen to show you the dynamics of this virtual encounter. Okay, so please let me know when you guys are checking my screen.
Yes, teacher, I can see. I can watch your screen.
All right, thank you for
Me too.
confirming. So, welcome to this Sci-Fi Universe virtual workshop where we're going to be conversing over some hypothetical scenarios that we can transport to our real life. The idea is not to only speak about conditional, but as I mentioned before, to take this space for sharing, for practicing, and for trying to bring this critical thinking that we own. So in order to make the, let's say, the environment a little quieter, I would recommend turning off the microphone. Let me check for a while. Okay, okay, thank you. So this virtual workshop is divided into two sections. We're going to be having two sections. Today we have in section one, where we're going to be sharing some information. I will go into detail with this information in a little while. And tomorrow, I hope to see you again in section number two, which will be the last section of these virtual encounters. So we're going to be analyzing some cases, hypothetical situations, and I would like you to think, to come out with ideas, opinions on how to solve or how you would probably provide answers to these solutions. So in order to get started, I want you to relax, to sit back, listen to the following scenario, and let your imagination fly or soar. So imagine waking up in a completely different world where the rules are unlike anything you have ever known. In this interactive workshop, you will get into the excitement of a mysterious place using what if scenarios to guide your way. Get ready for a journey where creativity knows no bounds. Welcome to this interactive workshop where you will be immersed in a whole new experience where the only condition is to use your imagination and creativity to shape your reality. So guys, I want you to think for a while. Allow me 1 second. Okay, so, well, so going back to you guys, imagine that you have woken up in a whole new world, and now you are standing confused and wondering what to do. Again, you woke up in a whole new world, you're standing confused and wondering what to do. I want you to take a look at this picture. Imagine you are this person standing and you realize that everything is different, that you are living in a different planet. I want you to think about this question. What would you do if you woke up in a whole new planet? I want you to elaborate, to think a little about this question. And when you feel ready, please open your mic and let me know what you would do in this situation. Okay, so let's going to listen from you, Jenny. What would you do if you woke up in a whole new planet?
Hmm. If I woke up in a whole new planet, I I will confuse.
Yeah.
I a little surprised. I think I look everybody strange,
Yeah,
and I ask myself, where am I?
yeah,
I'm going to start if I can't to speak the language. I don't know the other people. If I there are people, I don't know, teacher. Oh, it's maybe I'm gonna be a little crazy. I'm just thinking. I imagine.
yeah,
Because I have many questions.
yeah. There
and
are many, many questions.
and I don't know if I have one person, because I don't know if there is a person like me, and also if I can ask in or ask her or ask them, mm, if I can speak the same language. I don't know, teacher.
Yes, I agree with you. There are like many, many situations to consider in this particular scenario. Okay, now let's listen from Juan Pablo. What do you think about this question?
Um, it's a very interesting question. I would be very confused, very, mm, would be very curious about what is going to happen. Once I'm, I am there, I would meet some people. I will look for water. And you want to know what are the changes you are facing, and you gotta be ready to manage what it looks to be in a different planet. And I would do a video to remember. I would take a selfie. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds pretty cool actually because what you mentioned is pretty much related to survival. Like, what am I going to do? And even more importantly, I like it because you said something about taking pictures or recording as part of having memories. So that is also a good way to see a situation that might seem dark. You are like taking it from the bright side. So it's very interesting, that part of your answer. So now I would like you guys, let's watch together the following
Thank you.
video. This video is called, is a short film or on the sci-fi fantasy called Untitled Earth. So let's go and watch it together. And I want you to confirm. I will play just the first like 5 seconds, just for you to tell me if you can hear the sound, and then we can play it all. Can you guys hear the sound?
Yes, teacher. Yes.
Okay, perfect. So let's going to watch the following video.
started with the small things. The taste of food, the smell of flowers, the purple dog.
I felt her love before she came.
I just couldn't put my finger on it. But then it hit me. What the fuck?
Testing, hello, is this thing on?
Hello?
Hi, Miss Marley, is it?
Marie.
Hi, Mary. I just wanted to let you know that we are aware of the technical difficulties you've been experiencing. We are on it, and it should all be sorted out in a few days of your human time. Couple of years max.
What?
Meg, have people in your society accepted the simulation? Shit, 64. I thought, ooh, I'm a ghost. I'm a ghost. Oh, shit. Sorry, what do we do now? Do we reset her memory? Delete her, are you crazy?
Our world is a lie. I'm just a glitch in their system, and all I can do is wait for them to come for me. But do you know what's worse? Amidst all that code, all that alien shit, I was able to make out a name. The universe in which we were born, in which you beat cancer, and where I sometimes can't even face to put on my socks in the morning, is all an untitled simulation. 64!
Well, but nothing's changed though.
What do you mean?
Sun still goes up in the morning, waffles taste the same, and Birdface Bradley is still a creep. If this is all some kind of a video game, it's a pretty convincing one, even if it has a stupid name.
But it's all a lie!
Maybe if you were religious, but you never believed in anything. All you've done is found proof that there is a creator. You found God.
God is trying to kill me. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god!
Call psychiatric hospital.
Calling Birdface Bradley.
One, two, Mary Lou.
It's Marie, goddammit!
Sorry. Look, here's the deal. I'm not really a ghost. I'm a researcher, and I'm the head of this whole...
Whatever, man, just kill me or delete me or whatever.
No. We're not going to do that. Look, these malfunctions, they're going to be sorted out soon, and I can assure you that you're safe.
I don't care. Life's a joke.
Mari, look, we're simulated too. And I'm pretty sure the ding-dongs who made our simulation are also a simulation. I mean, sure, we created you, but you guys created friggin' Forrest Gump, and Muffins, and Beethoven's Fifth.
Beethoven created Beethoven's Fifth.
You know what I mean. The circumstances of your existence doesn't matter. I know life must seem strange and ridiculous right now, but I think that was always the case.
Not to criticize your work or anything.
But Jesus fucking Christ, man, are you sure you made it scary and confusing enough?
Geez, I don't... I mean, I could delete you if that's really what you'd prefer.
I guess the shitty stuff is what makes the good stuff so good. I suppose the pain means it all meant something?
Sure. Look, I can't really give you any answers here. All I know is that existence is indeed wackadoo. I think you should relax and enjoy it while it lasts.
Fair enough, alien dude.
You got it, Morgan. Megan, buddy.
What did you mean while it lasts? Before I die?
Yeah, before you die, before the simulation dies.
What?
Well, we've been having some budget cuts around here, but don't worry, it's not going to affect you guys.
Huh. Cool.
Wait, 64. Oh, shit.
All right, guys, you still here listening to me? Hello, guys, can you hear me?
Yes, teacher. I can
All right,
hear you.
perfect. So after watching this video, I would like us to speak a bit about some questions regarding the video. So first of all, if you were in the woman's shoes, how would you react to the revelation that the universe is a simulation? Let's think for a while again. If you were in the woman's shoes, how would you react to the revelation that the universe is a simulation? Read it one more time and tell me what you think. All right, so let's listen to you guys. Who would like to share the opinion?
I want to start.
Okay, let's go with you.
If I were in the wooden shoes, my reaction about that revelation would be very confusing because I would do many questions about the existence itself, about life, and I would be very like um, I will be very curious, very eager to know many things about the new world and how can I take it for my goods and no more because I don't have like I have no options. So I would be like I would try to understand how to work in my new world because I have no options. Okay, that's all.
Okay, thank you for sharing. What about you, Jenny? What do you think?
Oh my goodness. If I were or if I was in the woman's shoes, I would at the beginning I would try to understand what happened in my mind, around me, around I don't know many things, and then I would try to take take you easy, or just the person told her just relax. And I try to um take some benefits. I don't know, ask
Mhm.
many questions about the universe, because there are many mysteries in this moment around what happened in the life. And so I try to enjoy this opportunity at the end, just at the end,
Yeah.
after the process. I I think so, teacher.
Okay, guys, thank you for sharing your opinion on this question. Um, what would you do if you found evidence suggesting that our reality is simulated? What would you do if you found evidence suggesting that our reality is simulated? I don't know, guys, if you ever watch, there is a movie very related to this question, a movie by Jim Carrey where he lives inside an artificial world where he's controlled. So all the people, the neighbors, the buildings, the shops, all of those things were created as an artificial world for this person. Just imagine yourself being in this situation where all things and people around you were artificial or simulations. How would you, what would you do, or how would you react to this kind of simulated reality that you might be probably living in?
In my case, I if I found evidence that everything that happened around me is simulated. Hmm. And at the beginning, I think I am angry. And also I I thought I'm gonna try to change to rebel teacher. I don't know, because I don't want to be a like a puppet, something
Yeah,
like.
yeah, I got you.
So I think I'm gonna be a little rebellious, and I try to to convince another people to
Yeah, I understand. So you will be like starting a rebellion,
yeah,
right? Like,
an
okay, let's
activist
fight
woman,
back.
something like. I say yes, teacher,
Like,
something like that.
you have to change the simulation, so let's fight for it.
Yeah,
For
for
the real
looking
world.
for the freedom.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
This, it sounds great. What about you, Juan? What would you do?
Mm, if I find proofs, this is a related reality. Uh, I can do many things. I can go viral. I can also preserve it to myself, mm, and gain the world. Uh, this is showing out our deepest desires. What else? I would also be, um, yeah, I think I would do a very good uh, profit to the world, and also humanitarian uh, rightsome and wellness. That's all.
Okay, yeah, I see that you, in your personal case, if I got it correctly, you would take kind of advantage of the situation, or in this case, of the simulated reality. Like, okay, it's like if this is simulated, so let's do great things. So let's like be, as I am in a simulation, in other words, I can do good things or greater things in my life, like being famous, like work for people. If I'm not mistaken,
Yeah,
that's all about your opinion. Like, okay, let's do positive things even when this is a simulated situation. Is that right? Am I correct on your perspective?
yes, you're correct.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I haven't thought about it, but it sounds pretty good actually. Okay, now let's move forward. In this particular case, we are going to continue analyzing some hypothetical scenarios. Um, in this part, I want you guys to start a conversation. So it's not going to be like you answering individually, but what I want you to do is to converse a little. Like, let's share what I do, what you would do, not waiting for individual responses, but like a, let's say, a natural conversation. Like we are just sharing ideas on the particular scenarios. So, for example, imagine that you have discovered a working time machine. You can travel to any point in history or the future. You have discovered a time machine. You can go back to the past in history, or you can move forward into the future. My question is, what would you guys do, or where would you guys go, and why?
Okay.
Yeah, so let's speak about this. What would you guys do? Share
Okay.
your insights with me.
We can I start?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Huh. Interesting question. Okay, there are many possibilities. However, one of the recent memories that comes to my mind is, I don't know, if I could come back in history, I would come back to that place in where, but I don't know if changing that am I going to exist. So I'm taking a high risk because we don't know the changes we do in the past. How are they going to affect our future, our actual future? But I don't know. Probably I would go to that place in where they were going to kill to to that president. He's called what do you call it? Luis Carlos Galán. I would go to that place. I would go to that, and I don't know. I would stop it. I would do the possible thing to stop that scenario of the murderer of his death because he was going to be the president of the big Colombia we were we are dreaming about. So I would stop that. I would announce it that he was going to die. I don't know, something like that comes to my mind.
Yeah, that's actually a very interesting question because it brings back an event that changed Colombians' histories we can mention. So, in your
Yeah,
personal case, you would alert or prevent or stop to the motor in order to have a better reality for the country.
yeah, I would alert everybody and so that we can have a better reality about our
Yeah,
country.
that's right. Especially this country historically has been hit by violence, a lot of difference in political, economical scenarios, and all these differences have brought fight, inequality, corruption.
Yeah,
So yeah, it will be a big change in the nation's history. So it's a good event. So thank you, Juan. What about you, Jenny? Tell
taking a
us.
risk,
Uh,
taking a
yeah,
risk.
yeah, it's a big risk. In fact,
Yes, I agree with Juan Pablo. I I would like to 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 go back. I don't know in the time if I had the opportunity to understand teacher why we behaved at that way in this moment to understand the yes the politician issues. And for example, I remember that something that I don't like about own history is the period that is called La Patria Boba. And I dislike when we as partner, I don't know, as Colombians, we start to fight just because, just for because, and just for because you are a blue or because you are a red in a politician party. And so for me it was stupid, and I would like to change that, and I would like to say stop, think another more in other things that are more important to think, not just think for the different ideas, just to try to get an agreement. Um, and I think that if we have the opportunity to discover a working time machine, we have to return in many important issues in around the history happening around the world. For example, in the war wall, in the when in I don't know how to call that in English, the dark periods, excuse me, from periodo oscurantismo. When I remember that said we never people can't never read a book, and the knowledge is banned or prohibited for uh, the the farmer or the normal people, not only for the rich people. And the knowledge is gonna be access for everyone or for everybody. And so I think the point is to change those bad decision or self egocentric. I don't know, so decisions that the humans beings take at that moment, because we are the results of those process. And And yes, it's a good question.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually very interesting. I myself have been also thinking about it, and I have personally gone far, far away back in time that you guys. I actually was thinking about the very, very first beginning of humanity, and whether you are Christian or not, if you're following any kind of doctrine or something, I think that somehow you have heard about the history of Adam and Eve in the as the first humans, right, creators. So I was
Uh-huh.
wondering, what would be life if we could live forever? If we didn't have to die or pass away, to what extent would it be okay to have eternal life? Like, that history says that we were we were deemed or punished to die because of what Eve did in the place where they were living. I was wondering if we could change that reality, would that be worthy to live
Mm.
forever, to have an eternal life? Perhaps if we live in a harmonious or a perfect environment, perhaps it would be great to have an eternal life. But if the let's say the contrary happens, a world full of violence and bad things, then eternal life wouldn't be a good option. What do you guys think about this situation?
Wow. Mm, what if we, as I said before, we gotta know that some of the changes we do uh, back in the time, back on time, are gonna affect our actual future. So we don't know if we probably won't exist in that future we are trying to fix. So, but it would be amazing if we could live forever in that state of Adam and Eve, the eternal life, the eternal acknowledgement. Would be amazing to have this understanding of good, no evil, living in the supreme glory, nakedness.
Yeah, that's right. However, that is not far from reality. If we take it to the Bible's words, yeah, somehow we will get this life we deserve. But not getting into a lot of religious conversation. I'm just going to move to the next question. Um, okay, we already talked about this. And imagine that you have encountered a friendly alien species visiting Earth. They invite you to join them on their spacecraft. What would you do? Would you go, and why?
A tricky question.
Yeah, it's like, first of all, do you believe in
Mm.
aliens? Even if you don't, think about it. There's a spacecraft, some,
It's just for
as many
practice.
many many people
Yes.
call it, super intelligence beings. They tell you, okay, come with us. Let us show you something. Like, would you go? What do you think?
A teacher in my case, if I have the opportunity, I I am a curious, and I think I go. I I go because I know, or I am sure because the universe is so big, too much. I don't know how much, but for me, there there are many possibilities. And so, if I have this opportunity, I go because I am a curious woman, and I don't know. I am interested to know more about what happened uh, around me, and I try to go out from my comfort zone. And even if I know if I had the opportunity to return, because many things be many things can happen during the traveling. Mm, I think it's a good opportunity.
Okay, it sounds interesting. So you would give it a chance, like, okay, let's see what happens. You would
Yes.
say, yes, let's do this. Let's try this to see what it has for me. What about you, Juan? What do you think about this situation?
Mm, you really open up a new conversation. Oh my God. I knew I was going to be facing this question one day. This is my time to answer. Okay, if they invite me to join them on the spacecraft, this is something very risky. It's something very risky because you don't know what is going to happen once you get into the spacecraft. If they are going to napkin you, or if they're going to experiment with you, or I don't know. It's very risky. It's very very
Uy.
risky. And I am very fearful in those scenarios. I will have to feel very secure, and to have evidence or proofs that they are harmless people, harmless living beings, and I would agree to join them.
Okay, yeah, so even when it sounds very risky, you would dare to take the opportunity. Perhaps you will find any kind of learning experience or new things to discover. So, in a few words, it is worth taking the risk.
If I go, yeah, it would be very worthly experience.
Okay, that's
Depending
awesome.
on if they are wearing makeup, I go.
Okay, it's great.
This, that would be the greatest proof.
Okay, yeah, that's a good point.
You got me.
Yeah, I got you. So, okay, this is an opportunity to explore my interests. So, let's do this. Um, okay, let me check this. You wake up in a dystopian future where technology controls every aspect of life. This question, is not very far from reality. If we think about it, we can notice how artificial intelligence is taking over humanity. Now you see it's very popular to see articles suggesting that some jobs positions can be replaced by artificial intelligence. Now think about, for example, in a 10-year time, how is the artificial technology gonna change or impact humanity? Um, what do you think about artificial intelligence? And how would be would it be dangerous for humanity or productive? What do you think?
Hmm, I think this is going to be productive because it is something that is already here, took over the world, appliances, applications. So it's already here. We are already living it. So we gotta be part of it. Um, so so that we 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 stay prevalent in the world. No, they need to be replaced or eliminated. So we gotta be like, okay, diving into what the technology brings, so to stay relevant, or you're
Yeah,
going to be eliminated, or you take the risk to be eliminated.
I got you. You know, yeah, it's very common to see nowadays that we have good technology. For example, it's very normal to listen to a smart house, smartphone, smart house. When you say, you simply say, turn on the lights, so the house itself, through an artificial intelligence, turn on the lights for you and do a lot of things. That's good, and we are facing that today. We're facing that, but I was thinking a bit further, like, okay, people are currently building robots, that work under artificial intelligence. In fact, I have heard, and I don't know if you guys have watched, there is a film in Netflix that is called She. And it is a story of a man that marries an artificial robot. So I was thinking about this, like people building robots and they are giving robots artificial intelligence. Somehow they are becoming independent. They are somehow gaining some kind of power or freedom. This can be counterproductive or dangerous in the future. Um, so far, we have only seen this in movies, which is the robots revolution. But you never know if in the future we're gonna be facing something like this, like a fight against robots. What do you think?
What do you think the what was the last part, teacher? The you say?
Do you think that in the future we'll have any kind of fight against artificial intelligence robots after that we have given them the power, the intelligence, and the freedom?
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine that?
Yes, teacher, I can imagine. I don't remember a series that I watched in Netflix. It's related with the mirror. I don't remember, but I and sometimes in the at the beginning the artificial intelligence sounds good at the beginning because it help you those kind of device or application help you to do many things. And but at the same time, I think we start to be a little slavery, a little lazy because we don't start to use our brain, our mind, and also I think we had to have really. present or keep in our mind that the artificial intelligence is a machine, is a creation of of the human being. But at the end, everything depends how you control them. If by those kind of intelligence or artificial intelligence get the control about your life, I think that is the danger. That is the, I don't know, the bad point at the end. But and I noticed that in this moment, and there are many people that uh, they need they need it, and they don't and for example, I imagine what happened if I one day or more days people don't have access internet or any problems in technology, the our world is gonna be crazy. And so we are so dependent in this moment about those kind of device. But I think everything depends how we use it. It's like a knife. If you use for cooking, I don't know, for survive, but if you use for to kill the other person, that it is the bad, no? And so for me, it's depend. But we are I don't know how to express that. We are so submerged in this technology war. And it's a good question, and I think we need to think about it, because I think, and also the like you say, teacher, many jobs is gonna be replaced for those kind of appliance. And what happened about the humans being? We had to recreate in another scene. I don't know, and we are going to pass in another stage. I don't know. Mm. It's it's difficult, teacher, but everything depends how we use it. Mm.
Yeah, totally agree with you. So, according to how we use it, artificial intelligence can become an angel or a demon, right? So,
Yeah.
we better use it wisely, and let's hope humanity use it wisely in the future. Okay, guys, and now that we are talking about artificial intelligence, I would like to show you there is there is an application that is called FreePic. This application helps us create images based on artificial intelligence. So we can write a prompt, a short description of what we want the artificial intelligence to create, and with one click we can get an approximate image or picture of that description we provided. So what I want you to do is to create some pictures, can be one, two, three, or four, depending on the credits that you have. And when I make credits, I mean that when you log into the application, this application gives you some credits for you to create these images. So the idea with these pictures is to consider these questions and provide answer to these questions by illustrating these pictures. So basically, all these questions revolve on the expression dream world. You're going to think about your dream world, and you're going to create images about your dream world. Think about these questions. What would the landscape look like in your dreams world? And how would it differ from Earth landscapes? You know, in Earth, we have mountains, we have rivers, we have oceans. In your dream world, would you like to have the same? Or have you ever visualized something different? How would the weather and climate in your dream world compare to the seasons on Earth? And what impact would this have on the environment? You know, we have different seasons and weather. In your dream world, what would be the perfect climate or weather? Would there be any unique and fantastical creatures? And how would they interact with the environment? You can think about this if you ever gotten into fantastical stories. You might add any of this information in your dream world. How would you how would the architecture and infrastructure in your dream world be different from what we have on Earth, and what innovative features would it include? For example, in your dream world, would you have buildings, houses, or any kind of empires, coliseums? I don't know. Think about what would be perfect for you. What kind of transportation systems would exist in your dream world, and how would they function in this extraordinary place? Would you have ordinary cars in your dream world, or perhaps flying cars, spacecrafts? You can use and use your creativity and play with it. How would the people in your dream world dress, and what cultural influences would shape their clothing styles? In other words, what would be the dressing code in that dream world? What would be the primary mode of communication? The type of food that people would eat? What about the sports? What about the atmosphere? So in a few words, you don't have to answer all these questions. I want only you to consider the key points to think about a dream world: the weather, people, creatures, transportations. So in order to use this program, I'm gonna share this website with you in a few moments. You're going to click on Let's Go. And here we can describe what you want to generate. For example, let's say um, a planet with mountains, flying cars, coliseums. So you can play with your creativity and your ideas. You generate pictures. Remember that it is very important to log in. You can log in using your personal mail, and then you'll have some credits and a number of pictures to generate. So here you see that the artificial intelligence have provided me with some images. I might choose some of these, and if I like it, I download it and I save it in a personal folder. So what I want you to do with these pictures is to create a presentation that we are going to socialize tomorrow, and where you will explain your dream world. So remember, in a picture, you can focus on some aspects like vehicles, creatures, etc. In other picture, you can talk about weather or other things. So the idea is to compile a short presentation describing your dream world. So I will share this link with you. The idea is that you guys take some time to create the pictures, and in the section we will have tomorrow, we can discuss and share this dream world that we have created based on artificial intelligence. Please confirm if you got the instructions right or you need any kind of clarification.
I got it, teacher.